A spooky suggestion by Moo Moo Buckaroo. Great timing, dude. I've caught a bloody cold, but I'm gonna try my best. A well-known, often used plot device in literature is the idea of the sins of the father, how the main character's parents end up being key parts of who they become. Matt Murdock decided he wants to be a lawyer when his drunk father struck him in anger, forcing Matt to consider that good men could still do bad things. Peter Parker's father figure, bloody hell, his Uncle Ben, haunts every move Spider-Man makes after Peter refused to heed advice on great power coming with great responsibility. I know Ben didn't originally say it, the text box did, but don't be a smartass. Superman, the superhero himself, is so good because he was raised right by Ma and Pa Kent. But what if the sins of your father were— oh shit, hang on, wrong Satan. But what if the— oh, for God's sake. There we go, Christ. But what if the sins of the father was sin itself? What if your dad was the literal devil? What kind of upbringing could you expect from ultimate evil? What kind of man would it take to rise above such paternal, pure evil? You and me are gonna find out, because we're checking in on Daimon Hellstrom, the Hellstorm, created by Roy Thomas, Gary Friedrich, and Herb Trimpe. Ghost Rider, Volume 2, Issue 1, introduces us to the fruit of Lucifer's loins. And what perfect timing, because this carries on immediately from what we saw in this video. Underrated Ghost Rider villains that's got a segment all about that absolute hottie, the Witch Woman. God himself couldn't have planned this better. Early morning. The first rays of dawn are too weak to cut through the heavy fog which enshrouds a tiny cemetery in New England. A hand! It reaches downward through the swirling mist and places a gold cross upon a grave. A man! He stands by the grave and stares at the weather-beaten tombstone, remembering his mother and wondering if he will ever face again. A woman! Possessed! When we last saw Ghost Rider, he was a bit upset because his bird Roxanne had been bitten by cursed snakes thanks to some nutter witch doctor called Snake Dance. Roxanne would have surely died if not for this woman, Linda Littletree, who defied her father, Snake Dance, and delivered the antivenom to the hospital. Johnny didn't know this because he was out pissing off the police for no reason. But it turned out Linda only saved Roxy because her master, Satan, wanted her to use her hellspawn powers to confront Johnny as the Witch Woman. But Witchy got a bit too randy thinking about Satan's horns and Johnny bailed, a cock-up that the Dark Lord did not forgive. At her master's command, Witch Woman blasts herself to death with pitchfork power, blowing herself clear off a cliffside. Look at this panel, mate. My face reading Modern Marvel. I actually didn't notice at the time. I thought she just burned her own head off or some shit, but she does fall off a cliff. You'd think that'd be the end of her story. You would be half right. Oh, that stupid, dumbass Ghost Rider, he's crashed his bike! Both his civilian and superhero lives rely on riding a motorbike, and he can't even do that right. What does Satan see in this guy? Several miles away from the crash site, yet another tragedy is unfolding on a shabby Indian reservation as an old Apache medicine man who once called himself Snake Dance discovers— "This is how I found her, Sam. Staring at the ceiling, her eyes open, but unseeing." Well, what the devil's wrong with her? Does she have a fever? No, I have seen it before, many years ago. It is the work of a— Don't start that mumbo-jumbo again. This is no time for folklore. Call a doctor. There is no doctor for a soul possessed. She doesn't even know we're here, and she's so cold. I may be an old fool, but this I have witnessed before. You must believe me, my son. When the eyes grow wide and the skin becomes like new fallen snow, a devil is responsible. That is only Linda's body we see lying there. Her soul is gone, stolen by the forces of darkness. and there is nothing we can do to save her. My daughter, my precious little one, it is true, there is no way to help her. Maybe not, but I love her too, and I'm sure gonna try. No, we must stay with her until the demon lets her soul rest. You stay with her, old man. I've got another idea. I must be going nuts to even consider this, yet what else can I do? I have everything to gain, and nothing but the price of a long-distance call to lose. That's right, operator. Person to person. Mr. Daimon Hellstrom in Boston. And would you please hurry? This is an emergency. I just now noticed it says Damon and not Damien. Screw it. Oh, what? Oh, the phone. I must have dozed off. Perhaps it's a customer. I could certainly use one. Yes? This is Daimon Hellstrom. May I be of some service to you? My ad in the newspaper, yes. I have placed that ad across the country and I do specialize in expelling demons. I see. It certainly does sound like a case of possession. But of course I'm interested. It's my business. Now, you say her name is Linda Littletrees. Her body temperature is very low, and her eyes have a yellow cast to them. Very well, Mr. Silvercloud. I believe you have a case I should investigate. But can you really help her? And if you can you get out to Arizona right away? I will depart on the next flight, Mr. Silvercloud, and rest assured, I'm no charlatan. Believe me, if the girl is truly possessed, I can save her. I'll see you in a few hours. So, my first case after all these weeks of waiting. How I welcome the challenge. For years I have wallowed about in a quagmire of indecision, but now my future is set. I stand determined to stamp out the heritage of my birth, and to rid myself forever of the stigma of evil attached to this mark of Satan's birthmark on my chest. Snake Dance and Sammy Silvercloud despair at Linda's curse, unable to do anything until this Hellstrom guy turns up. But there is one daddy who can help Linda. Ladies and gentlemen, the brimstone bad boy himself, Satan! Heaven's most hated absorbs Linda's soul or some shit and takes total control of the witch woman's body. He's gonna go get Johnny Blazer's soul himself. Satan roams the earth yet again, and this time, he's sexy. Johnny Blazer's fine too, by the way. He survived that crash and rests up in the hospital. But as night falls, his cursed soul forces the change. Ooh, this is quite a conundrum. Johnny can't let the nurses see him all boned up, so he's got to escape the hospital. But if he's not here when he changes back to Johnny at sunrise, he might die from his wounds. Also, doesn't he work for a carnival? How's he paying for all these hospital visits? Does hell have the NHS? Johnny bails from the emergency ward just in time as the sultry Satan himself arrives, but there's not a chance in hell the devil gives up that easy. Bippity boppity boo, go Satan, go! Ghost Rider is still wanted by the cops as well, so he grabs Roxy and hits the road while not too far away. Daimon Hellstrom arrives. The mysterious Hellstrom believes he might still save sweet Linda, but the devil is in the details. Like a lot of things to do with Satan, Ghost Rider finds himself at a crossroads. He can either surrender to the police and face jail, or he can die when the sun comes up. Neither sound great. Ironically, speaking of devils, I do know a good lawyer he could use. But then, Johnny clocks on to a third option. Johnny can handle the curse of the Ghost Rider. Let's face it, it's cool as hell. But it's not fair that his stained soul causes so much trouble for Roxanne. So Johnny swallows his pride and fear and surrenders to the devil. That fork-tailed freak will come running, taking Johnny away where he can do no further harm to the woman he loves, even if Roxanne begs him not to. Holy shit, look here, he slaps her as well. Mate, all the shit Hank Pym gets while almost every Marvel hero bar Captain America has done the same thing to their love interests. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Still using Witch Woman like a puppet, the Prince of Darkness accepts Johnny's pleas. However, Satan is a devil for a good deal. Or he's just a proper horny bastard because one look at Roxanne, and he fancies her and all, mate. Haven't you got enough wives yet? Ghost Rider obviously refuses, but again, this is the friggin' devil here. Oh my god, out of nowhere, the devil-demon standoff is interrupted by a gang of burly bikers. The goddamn Big Daddy Dawson's ruthless riders as well. Who the hell are these guys? Was Satan not enough of a villain for this issue? Oh, just to make it worse, the neo-Nazis as well. He's got a swastika on his pocket. Big Daddy Dawson shows us how he got his name by manhandling Ghost Rider, but if BDD gets the kill, Lucifer won't be able to claim Johnny's soul. Don't know how, but... So Satan grabs Johnny's ass and warps them both away, but, hilariously, they leave Roxanne behind, left to the pitiful mercy of... Big Daddy Dawson. But look! If we're being technical, 616 Roxanne is blonde with blue eyes. If these guys are real Nazis, they'll treat Roxanne like a queen. This is one time movie synergy would work against us, isn't it, Marvel? Anyway, Johnny Blaze is dragged to hell. Looks like an absolute shithole, but this issue was released in July 1973, so you know who else is probably down here right now? Norman friggin' Osborn. The Green Goblin himself also died in 1973. This is before that dodgy retcon that brought him back to life, of course, so at the time he should be dead and he should certainly be in hell. Ooh, yeah, run away. That's heroic. Oh, hang on, look at this dialogue. Has he been using Roxanne as a human shield from Satan? Oh my god. Now I'm kinda glad the hordes of hell are attacking him. Looks like Satan's getting that soul after all. Oh, wait a second, wasn't this video meant to be about Daimon Hellstrom? Hellstrom investigates the possession of Linda Littletrees, but he's gonna need Snake Dance and Silvercloud to follow his orders to the letter. He hands Snake Dick a chain of ankhs, the keys to life. Or death. This chain is locked around Damien's hands like rosary beads as he orders the boys to lock him in for the night and do not disturb him. This is getting weird. It looks like he's gonna sniff Linda's pillow or something, but all he does is pray. As the hour approaches midnight, Hellstrom's prayers go unanswered. He senses the great evil, indeed the greatest evil, within Linda and begins to scream for help.
Let me out, please.
He says he can help Linda. I'm gonna let him out. No, Sam, you mustn't. I have to. I love her. And if he can help, then let what you are about to do be on your head forever. Free! You've changed. That costume. The strange birthmark on your chest. Very observant of you, mortal. And very foolish of you to release me. But, Linda, you said you'd help her if I freed you. I lied, fool! And now, I must be gone! Snake Dance, get your rifle. He must be stopped. Stop me? You do as well to try and catch the wind, fools! Farewell, fools! And may your names be forever etched in the legends of infamy for the deed you have performed this night.
It is now ended forever, Johnny Blaze. I now command the sacred sword of Satan to pierce your heart, making you forever my prisoner. Let the sword fall.
Marvel Spotlight on the Son of Satan. This bottom text is a bit redundant though, innit? It'd be weird if he wasn't from hell, being Satan's son and all. Gone, gone the form of man, arise the son of Satan. Without his holy shackles, Daimon is transformed into the prince of... Hang on. Satan's the prince of hell, innit? So he's like what? You know what? His costume's a bit shit, but maybe his powers make up for it. Jesus Christ, it's another nighttime transformation thing. Hulk, Ghost Rider, Jack Russell, and now this. Marvel, there's other monster stories to tell, dude. Darkness falls and enshrouds Daimon's heart. He becomes his father's son. Hellstrom, or now Hellstorm, demands that these men tell him where Linda is. Didn't he run away? Hang on, he ran away? Okay, I suppose technically Linda is Daimon's stepmother now as well, but these fellas won't talk. Daimon threatens to destroy their entire town, but what good would that do? He needs to get a move on to find his dear old dad. Only when Hellstorm promises it's not Linda he wants, just their master, does Sam Silvercloud speak. The clock ticks. The demon child has until sunrise to reunite with his father, so he glimmers his trident in the moonlight, speaks his dark poetry, and summons this sick chariot with these spooky horses. This makes Thor's goats look lame as hell. Imagine the guitar solo that could summon these monsters. Cheeky cutback to Big Daddy Dawson and his Third Reich riders. They're about to hit the gas all over Roxanne's ass, but Roxy must have an angel on her shoulder. Or maybe a devil. Dun dun dun. Daimon needs Roxy alive to lead him to the rider and Satan, so Hellstorm steps up for a bit of patricide on Big Daddy. These bikers talk big, but there's hell to pay for shit-talking Satan's boy. His mythical trident slashes the gang's tires, and his hellfire burns their confidence to ash. This one guy managed to say all this in the time it took the trident to stab him. Comic book time. Big Daddy Dawson's ruthless riders become the toothless riders as they scramble away, and Daimon might not be the monster his dad wants him to be. Look how nice he treats Roxanne. But there's a job to be done. Roxy spills the beans, and these beans are hot as hell. From whence he came, he shall remain. Hellstorm, well, storms hell. He literally just walks in to find his dad torturing Johnny Blaze. If he could just walk into hell all along, why didn't he check here first? I assume Satan spends most of his time down here. Until, at last, he reaches the throne room of his father's underworld kingdom, a vast notch at the Earth's centre, filled with a million horrors. Horrors which fill the stomach of even Satan's son with disgust and revulsion.
Father,
I am here!
Daimon, my so-called son, or should I say, son of my flesh, but not of my spirit. Still, I bid you welcome. You are just in time to witness a most sacred ritual. Behold, Daimon, two lost souls about to become my eternal servants. The female, one Linda Littletree, is of little consequence, but the man, Johnny Blaze, is one I have sought relentlessly, and now he is about to become mine.
Yet another sign of your mental deterioration, my father. Perhaps even the devil grows old, eh?
Mind your tongue, lad, lest I forget our unfortunate relationship and toss you to my ever-starving demons.
Ah, the truth is painful to you. That you now seek male servants rather than beautiful women. Yes, age is creeping up on you. To think you now seek raw power rather than fulfillment of your unquenchable lust.
Enough! I will not hear this blasphemy in the confines of my own domain.
But you must hear them, father, or have you forgotten that I possess the sacred trident? Made of netherinium, the one substance which can sap you of your powers.
No, keep that thing away from me. What manner of son have I sired? First to blaspheme, then to threaten his own father. True, your trident renders me personally helpless against you, but it has no effect on my mindless minions. Attack! Attack and destroy him!
It turns out whatever Damien said about Satan getting dementia in his old age might be the truth, because he himself shouts out the best way to defeat him by buckling this massive bridge that's apparently the only thing stopping all of hell from caving in. Jesus Christ. I hope whatever engineer designed this is burning in... Oh, right. His soul filled with renewed hope, he quickly fights his way to the center of the all-important bridge. Then, trapped on either side by the grotesque denizens of the Earth's depths. Halt! Now it is I who will issue the commands, and it is my orders which will be obeyed. I am sorely tempted to destroy this horrid place, and myself along with it. So make no further move toward me, lest I be tempted to make a hasty decision.
For the moment, I am at your mercy. Yet I am proud. You are truly my son. Still, mere pride does not slave my anger at what you have done. So tell me quickly, what is it you want of me?
For now, merely the lives of your two hostages. That, and safe passage back to the surface.
I knew it. You seek only to deprive me of that I seek most. But so be it. I have no choice. Be warned. Though you be my flesh, you will not be forgiven. On this day, I disown you, and I will not rest until you grovel at my feet.
We are safe now. My father cannot strike so long as I hold the trident. And hold it I will, until I gain the final ultimate revenge for what he did to my mother and sister. But if you are his son, why did you save us? Only to spite him. I assure you, there were no noble motives involved. I exist only to destroy him. And one day soon, I will. But oh, that cheeky Satan, he does have one final pop by making a nearby volcano explode. Maybe that won't even be a warm bath for Daimon, but for mortal in day like Johnny and Linda Littletree, it'll be a shortcut right back to hell. But dude, those badass horses come swooping in. Daimon's satanic steeds save the day, scooping up the devil's playthings and blazing a path to safety. But when you're at war with the devil himself, are you ever truly safe? So this fella then, Daimon Hellstrom, is he hero? Is he villain? As of now, he's both, and neither. In the daytime, he did seem to want to help Snake Dance and Sammy rescue Linda, but the line gets blurred by his alter ego under the pale moonlight. Yeah, Hellstorm did something heroic, but not for the sake of heroism. He only saved Roxanne, Johnny and Linda because it would piss off his dad. Daimon feels a little bit redundant to me. For the supernatural side of Marvel, we've already got Ghost Rider as the rebel fighting against Satan. Dracula, of Tomb of Dracula fame, is already doing all the dark magic witchcraft shit and all the possession stuff. Doctor Strange has already given us the hell dimension battles and the general sorcery. Werewolf by Night for the bloodline curse and the monster stuff. You know, Daimon feels like he takes aspects from all of them, but he seems like less of a character for it, like we've already got all of these parts in better characters. Now obviously this is just me, but I do prefer Satana for the obvious reasons. So while I do think Hellstorm was quite cool, I don't think we really need him.